Call Haloyum La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Uakim who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, and this will be titled, What Will the United States of America Do Now? Okay, the challenge has been issued from Russia. Putin has said that we can test these missiles that we got that's coming for you. These ICBMs that they took the nuke heads off and said that they're just as dangerous, if not more, because now they don't have to worry about the radius of area being destroyed. However, they can hit precise and they're unblockable. Intercontinental missiles, okay? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, okay? Traveling 10 Mach, 10 times the speed of light. Then now, China enters saying, hey, not only do we got them, we got multitudes and multitudes of them. We fast tracking them out, okay? So this is going to be a quick hit. I pray it be edifying. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, all right? Woe be unto the Babylon, spiritual Babylon, the United States of America and Asia. Woe be unto the Egypt and Syria. Guard up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. What is clothes of sack and hair going to? Mourning. Okay, they made fun of the true prophets, the true teachers, starting at the house of Great Millstone, saying, "Oh, when you guys are on the doing your lessons, and when you're on the highways and byways, you look like you're wearing robes, and you wearing house curtains or whatever." Hey, once again, clothes of sack. We're not here to look glorified like IUIC with the purple and the gold and the Power Rangers suit. That's not what we're here for. Okay, that's the fashion. That's the show. He said, guard up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewild your children and be sorry, mourning. Remember, it is better to be in the house of mirth, right? Or to be in the house of mourning, not mirth. Not continuously partying. Yeah, it's Friday today. Okay? For your destruction is at hand. Now, you got to understand, this is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The same Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai he loves everybody and he's just here for forgiveness. No, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai sends forth judgment every day. And it's not going to stop. And actually, it's increasing. Why? Due to Jacob's trouble. Okay, that is at hand. A sword is set upon you. And who may turn it back? And what's that sword? Once again, those ICBMs, the collection of rockets that they have to shoot off, that the world has to shoot off towards each other. Okay, and also the various swords, your guns, your lasers, these drones. Okay, you name it, your aircrafts, your tanks. A fire is sent amongst you. And who may quench it? And it's not the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for it to be quenched until World War III is over. Until the angels come with the hosts, the army of angels come in those chariots and hit the heathens finish it off with those high concentrated lasers, okay? And save the election, the 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, okay? That's how it's going to be quenched when the battle's over, all right? This is the book of Joel. Chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, the 17 nations, okay? And the 2/3 of our nation. We scattered amongst all the world. And if you haven't come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're still in that heathen Gentile mentality. We got them in all services. All over the world, our people are in their military, okay? Serving, ready for their death sentence. Once again, Armageddon, okay? Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, okay? And this ain't telling a foreman to go take his plow and beat it into a sword. No, this is talking to the nations. This is saying, okay, it's time for I keep using it, John Deere, for example, to set that aside and start mass producing war weapons. So instead of making those tractors, help make tanks. Okay. Um, Same things. Just anything with a manufacturing, like Allison's transmissions. Now it's time for them to go strictly into war. Okay, it's war equipment. That's what I'm trying to say. So stop going off into your agriculture and now focused on the war complex. Okay. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Who is that weak? One good definition. Well, a lot of the African nations who joined BRICS will now have that back in to say we're strong. But hey, one standout, North Korea, been telling y'all we on the come up. Okay, we not afraid of none of y'all. Oh, we only got one nuke. We only got two nukes, but we know where we launching them. Okay. Assemble yourselves and come, ye all heathen, and gather yourselves together around about. Therefore, cause thy mighty ones to come up, to come down. Salakia. Let me read that 11 again. Joel 3 and 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Once again, the 17 nations and the 2/3 of ours, and gather yourselves together around about. Therefore, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, as you would know as Armageddon. Where is this located? West Asia, as what they call what? The Middle East, where what's playing out. Majority of these conflicts are playing out right now. Okay, you see, United States of America, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt is still a virgin soil. The bombs have not been dropped over here. Okay, that's the grand finale. But the conflict of our people is taking place over there. What? The little hatters, the least of them drawing out the dragons of Arabia. Okay. Then you got the Egyptians versus Egyptians, our conflict heating up with Russia. Okay. Okay, let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I set to judge all the heathen around about. To judge, not to plead, not to forgive, not to offer condolences and see can we sing kumbaya and get together and get these nations together. No, to judge them. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Okay? Multitudes in the valley of decision. Once again, Armageddon, Jehoshaphat. Okay? Mount of troops. Okay? Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is near. In the valley of decision, okay, the sun and the moon should be darkened. How? Once again, when the missiles start flying, the smoke and the from the blast, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Okay, and this is a promise from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So, fair use, copyright 107. I'm not selling a product. This is strictly educational purposes. I pray that you're edified.
A high-tech jewel of the 21st century. Let them name some object, let's say in Kiev, concentrate all their air defense and missile defense forces there, and we will hit it with Oreshnik and see what happens. We are ready for such an experiment. Is the other side ready?
Is the other side ready? He asks. Now, just to understand the gravity of Putin's comments, let's just take a step back here. You see, the arms race between the US and Russia has been dangerously relentless, with each side trying their best to outdo the other, outpace the other in technology, in firepower. With the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, a nuclear standoff nearly bringing the world to a nuclear war, today the stakes seem to be just as high. Hypersonic missiles are changing the game, capable of reaching unimaginable speeds and extremely difficult to intercept. They are designed to basically evade traditional air defenses. The US has spent billions trying to develop its own versions. A lot of money has been spent. According to Putin, Russia's Oreshnik missile is invincible. He says modern air defense systems cannot intercept such missiles. That's impossible, he says.
Technological experiment. A high-tech jewel.
So my question is, what the hell is the United States going to do to respond to that? The challenge. He said, you pick the target, we're going to blow that motherfucker up. Defend it if you can. When in my 40 years, I've never heard a nation, a leader speak and with that boldness. So you know Russia's not scared. Didn't the scriptures tell Magog and Gog, Magog, which is Russia, to be a guard unto them? What do you think the BRICS is? The alliance is coming together. And what's the main agreements that they have? That your enemies are our enemies and we're tired of them. NATO, led by United States of America. Okay? The UE, they're tired of them. Okay? And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is tired of them all together. The 17 nations. Once again, he said, draw all the heathen out. Okay? This ain't just gonna be Edom, y'all. This ain't just the punishment of Edom. And once again, what is it called? It's called Jacob's trouble. And where is it going to start? It's going to start at our nation, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. All this World War III conflict, and the main judgment is starting at the house of Yasharallah. Okay? Now, you see how Putin's talking, right? Listen to this. Oh, this can all get taken care of. Donald Trump. No, sir. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's hearts. Who are the kings? All the leaders of the earth. All the leaders of the earth. Your presidents, your dictators, your so-called kings, Saudi Arabia, doesn't matter. The king's hearts, they lob, they mind is in the hand of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. So you never had a choice. It was all of this is the Lord's movie playing out the way it's supposed to, the way it's scripted, the way he desired it to go. And it's going to continue. Okay? Now, here's another one. You just heard the threat from Putin. You pick the target, we'll blow it up, and you can't stop it.
US says that China's military power is growing at an unprecedented rate. The Pentagon's annual report saying Beijing is making its most ambitious move yet. A massive expansion of its nuclear arsenal. Our next story detailing how the American assessment says that China is rapidly working on its goal to expand its long-range missiles, which can hit deep within the United States.
China's military rise is reshaping global power dynamics. Its arsenal is expanding. Its ambitions are soaring. Its defense spending has doubled in the past decade. Beijing is transforming into a dominant force across land, sea, air, and space. The latest Pentagon report reveals that China is rapidly accelerating its nuclear weapons program, with more than 600 nuclear warheads already in its stockpile. China has added more than 100 warheads in the past year alone. The People's Liberation Army is projected to possess over 1,000 warheads by 2030. This would represent one of the fastest nuclear buildups in history, challenging decades of US strategic dominance. Though in terms of total nuclear arsenal, it is still below the stockpile of Americans and Russians. What is more alarming for Pentagon is that Chinese military is developing a new conventional ICBM that could strike Hawaii, Alaska, and the continental US. Pentagon's annual report says that China's military rise doesn't stop there. Its navy is now the world's largest by fleet size, boasting modern destroyers, submarines, and aircraft carriers. The PLA Air Force is expanding its long-range capabilities, conducting joint bomber drills with Russia and exploring new overseas operational locations. China's investments in space weapons signals its determination to neutralize the US's orbital advantage. The Pentagon warns that this dramatic expansion in nuclear and military capabilities could upend the global balance of power. As China builds its arsenal, it is also intensifying efforts to modernize its military infrastructure, from advanced missile systems to hypersonic weapons. Beijing is preparing to assert its dominance in any future conflict. Adding to the tensions is the incoming Trump administration, which promises to take a hardline approach to counter Beijing. President-elect Donald Trump's policies are expected to focus on economic pressure, military containment. Trump is seeking to fill his administration with China hawks.
Okay.
The U.S. says
So I'ma
that
ask
China's
again.
military
You still think this conflict is 50 years away? When they putting it right in the face? Right? I mean, Putin's threats are serious. Okay? And they're not gonna be overlooked. And then what do you have China saying? We stockpiling. What? ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, these things are not meant for the museum. As you keep hearing the apostles and the elders say, they're not features of a museum. These will be used. Billions of dollars are invested into these weapons, okay? They're not just for psych you out, scare you, to frighten. No, they're going to be used. And once again, but hey, before I go to the last verse, Proverbs 21:1, the king's hearts. Who are the kings? All your leaders. Their mind is in the hands of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. And what is he willing? We just read. He's willing to draw them all down to what you call the Middle East, which is Western Asia, the Battle of Jehoshaphat, and judge them. Okay? And destroy up spiritual Babylon. Okay? Out of existence, wasteland. And what's going to happen to Israel? The imposters, the bastards that dwell there, they're going to get sanitized. Okay, so we can actually have our land back. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. Yes, you speckled birds that look like other nations, but your father goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, that land belongs to us, and Yahweh Shai and the hosts are coming to take it back. Okay, and put work in. I pray that this has been edifying. I'm going to go back to 2nd Esdras and 16, and we're going to start at 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Whose right hand? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Once again, those ICBMs with the spirits in them. And shall not miss. And what? Hey, and Putin's already proven it. Okay? Putin's already proved it. They couldn't, Ukraine to tell you they did not miss. They hit every target. Okay? When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, and they will, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And that's once when we read that the stars and the moon will lose its light because it will be blacked out. Okay? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And we know it's not the whole earth. But once again, spiritual Babylon got to go. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not a man that he will repent. When he gives the go, it's on. The angels are doing one thing. They're not debating with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yes, sir, we on our way. The spirits to save and the spirits of vengeance. Yes, sir, we on our way. Okay? Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Okay? And who can only be the deliverer? Yahweh Shai. Because that's why it says that no man can buy you. You show me a politician now that's going to talk away all of these problems. And then bring favor to Yasharallah. You so-called African Americans and Native Americans, Hispanics. It hasn't happened and it ain't gonna happen. It's only one being has that purpose. Yahweh Shai. He's salvation. He delivered who? Yasharallah. On this side, the election. Starting with the 144 and the 1/3. Overall, our whole nation. When the 2/3 come back in their right mind. Okay? And with that, I pray that this has been edifying. What is United Snakes of America gonna do now? What's your reply? Shalom.